Welcome back to the studio, and with us we have Victor Gatonye and Mark Abaye, and we're continuing our discussion, the dissection of the Kenyan film industry. And Mark and I were just having a conversation about young minds in the film industry, and I know you, Victor, have taken part in a masterclass session, so maybe you could tell us a little bit about that and training, you know, young filmmakers in how to really empower themselves. Yeah. Okay,
we have in the last 3 years, I've seen a big growth of people coming in to tell a story, really. I think sometimes we call it filmmaker, and it looks really big and fancy, and we close off some people. But we have very new people telling stories about their own cultures, their own expressions. We have very young people at Zamaradi Productions who are in charge. In fact, now I'm unemployed. We have very young directors there. They think faster than me and better. And it's a nice place to be there. But what I can say about this improvement is it must be coupled with identity. Film is a cultural industry, I will keep insisting. The amount of input we put in it shows our level of love for ourselves. So we can gauge how we love ourselves by what we are doing in film.
I saw a movie, it's called Almost Perfect. It's a Nollywood, Riverwood production. It was a mashup, and I expected it to do well. Do you think hybrid movies, in terms of industries, can be able to boost our market, our local market, internationally?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, please talk to me, Mark.
Yeah. Definitely. I think any collaboration is good collaboration. You know, exchange of art is good. I think when people come together, the stories are told better. You know, and I think the collaboration goes wider, and word of mouth is everything. You know, yeah.
And filmmakers are known to you're custodians of history, you're custodians of culture, you're custodians of morality, which is relative, but then morality. But then I really want to know, where does Ezekiel Mutua crack his whip? Like, at which point is he expected to crack the whip? Like, we have very nice, I'll classify music videos as part of the production process of short films, okay? Yeah. So, Sauti Sol, some of their songs were banned, and does it mean it's a bad thing? Can't we have like a station that plays maybe after hours, like 11? You just say anything that goes on TV after 11 can be played freely, as long as maybe parental guidance is advised or something like that. Like, what's the restriction? Because we have age limits. We have general GE, we have things that are supposed to be watched by guys who are 16 and above, 18 and above. How do we monitor that? In that maybe not all Kenyan content that is supposed to go international is lashed right before it even soars. Yeah.
I think the first step is to get people to know themselves. We need identity. You can't govern morals if people don't know themselves.
And what are these morals?
Exactly, yeah. If I don't know myself, and I think one of the things that we lack is that identity and pride in ourselves. Honestly, we need to work really much on that. Regulation is important in anything. Yeah.
Do you think Ezekiel has done a great job, or he's unfair? Like specifics, is he targeting specifics?
Yes, there are places where you ask yourself, okay, that call, why did they make it? However, also let's look at the timing of a regulation. Look at, I'll be honest, I'll be candid and say, look at our commercials. Our commercials have deleted the mail. The mail doesn't exist in our commercial, or they're dumb when they exist. Yeah. What are you doing to the kids in the next 7 years? So we need to look at the psycho-evaluation of products way before. We should have seen this loophole. And listen, money, there's a lot of money in bad things in this world.
Yeah.
If you zuba there and you're not developing your own stuff, you're not developing your people mentally, you're allowing your commercials to tailor-make people's minds, there's someone watching going, if I put in 50 million, I'm going to get 100. Do you think they're moral?
Nothing like morals.
No.
Yeah. Mark, feedback on the same?
I think the more we look, like, it makes us look down on ourselves. Like, even the young guys who are coming up, if they're being restricted that much, if they are really restricted to a point where they are not developing their creative ideas, because they are worried it's going to be cut. So it really pushes the creative down. You know, so people shouldn't be restricted too much. I think it should be in the homes to be a restriction of what people watch, and it can be at home, but let the creatives create. what they want to create.
Okay, Victor, I'm going to take you on a bit of a, flashback Friday vibe. In 2002, you were in a movie called Heart and Soul.
Guy.
Yes.
Guy.
My God.
Yes, Heart and Soul.
Small. I grew in the industry.
Yes, so exactly. Take us through the journey that you've been through as a, a director and a producer from Heart and Soul in 2002 to now. It's 2018, and you have, the exclusive premiere, trailer that we're going to air for you in just a bit. So please tell us.
I will zoom because there's a lot that happened, and I'm really grateful to everyone along the way. I actually came into the industry with Wingula Moto. Small. They said I was handsome then.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I was even born then. I don't know.
2002.
Oh, wait,
age
yes,
is nothing
yes,
but
yes,
a number.
yes.
So I got into Heart and Soul, and I think it was on that platform of appearing in Heart and Soul that I got into a very long sequence of auditioning, and we actually went to school. It was out of going for film school, set that we got casted into Heart and Soul, where I performed with people I'd looked up to when I was a small kid, Raymond Ofula, and Waboi Wamurema, the late, lovely woman, so many memories, Salome Kenyanjui, who literally picked me and made me into a director on Makutano Junction. So I'm really grateful for them.
So you've actually worked on those Kenyan productions?
Yes.
And Changes as well?
Changes? No, I didn't work on Changes. I didn't work on Changes. I've worked on, there's Makutano Junction, there's the team, there's...
I love the team.
Imagine I worked on Changes.
You worked on Changes?
I thought he was asking Changing Times.
Not Changing Times, Changes.
Changes season 3 with Tosh Gitonga.
Oh, nice.
Brilliant director to work with. And then now we are at Zamaradi Productions, where we've done over 10 productions.
So Mark, I'd like to know, is it poor marketing or lack of awareness that makes the Kenyan buyer not create an interest in, let me rephrase that. Like, is it poor marketing or lack of awareness in that we love local stuff, but you don't know where to find them, or is it just lack of interest?
It's both. I think lack of interest and people are not aware where the content is, because I know people who are creating. That's why we're here. Our content is all over. It's just people are not aware where to get it, And also, we don't have a platform to take the content that we already have. A lot of, like the TV stations, they are not taking a lot of local content. That's why we are talking about the Nigerians. And,
Is it cheaper to buy Nigerian films? No, I'm kidding.
I can't tell you about it. I don't know.
You don't know?
In regards to our films and how we even show them, very few films are shown in the theaters. That is what I've realized at the cinemas. Like Disconnect, I think that's like...
Disconnect is a good one?
It's a very, very
At
good
least 48 comes and
with the
it helps.
great cast. So do you think that having movie theaters have more local content, is that something that you think would really boost local content?
Yeah, and so far the short films and also the TV movies that like the Tosh, the disconnect is happening now. I think that's already bringing a good stage for people to bring content, and they'll see it's a platform people to create and go showcase. Like for my short film, I'm really going to schools and talking to students, guys who are coming up, tell them that there's an opportunity and they still hope to create. So when you leave film school, you can come and continue creating. There's a platform. Yeah.
And definitely, I'd like us to go back to the banning of the films, because we had feedback. We had feedback from Wanuri, but then I think we're just gonna look for it some other time. I'd like your final comments, because we have to clear up the topic. But then it goes beyond this. I know you guys are planning to do greater things, but there's someone out there who's looking at you right now, and they're asking themselves, "I want to be a filmmaker." Please talk to them right now.
Okay. Filmmaker is expression. Everyone is a filmmaker, actually. But it's important to have at least knowledge, know what you want to do, camera, things like those. It's important to know your identity. What are you? If you're going to tell people a story, who are you? Do you know yourself? It's important. Otherwise, you'll be telling other people's stories, and then you have issues.
Mark?
I also think first get the proper education to make the story. Storytelling is a process. So you don't just want to be a filmmaker to look cool. Just be sure that you know, you want to tell African stories. So get the proper education. Is it camera? Is it writing? Is it producing? You know, organizing people together. So you get the proper education and understand where you fit. Then now you can bring your stories and create.
Definitely. Gentlemen, thank you very much for creating time to be here. Victor, Mark, thank you very much. Thank you.
You heard it here from Victor and Mark. Thank you. Thank you so much. And right now we're moving into Art Corner. He has blonde hair. He does lashes and he's a guru. His name is Dennis Lashes Guru. Check him out because he's pretty cool.
My name is Dennis. They call me Dennis Lashes Guru. I'm a makeup artist. I'm a model, I'm a singer. But the main thing that I do is I'm a makeup artist here. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm 22 years of age, self-employed and happy. I went to college. I took a diploma for both hair and beauty. But with time I decided to specialize in lashes and makeup. I love art. So I decided to just be a lash guru. Guru means a master. So I do it perfectly than anyone else. I deal with different clients. I deal with models, TV personnel. I do bridal makeup, bridal showers, birthday parties, videos. Oh, business-wise, I manage my own business. I'm my own CEO. Lashes you have to fix one by one. And you have to be accurate to get a good result. So it's an art. Yeah, you have to do like single by single. And then the outcome should be like perfect. So it's an art. The industry dealing with women is not easy. Like, it's a challenge, a big challenge actually. There are those clients who are never satisfied. So it's upon you, you make someone, she's not satisfied with what you do, and you're the profession here. They always have what they want in mind. It's not easy to convince them. Our job is seasonal, kind of seasonal. You find like today you're busy, tomorrow you're not that busy. At first they didn't understand what this was. But I decided like, this is my thing, this is me, this is who I am. They have their profession, they did theirs, so. I decided to be me, just me. I love art. It wasn't easy for them to accept. They wanted me to be an engineer, but I told them now I'm an engineer in lashes. I have supportive friends, but at some point, my boys were mtani be like, "Hii job ni ya madem, unadu nini?" It's not even fun. But later, wanakubali because of the results. You make good money. We have different type of lashes. We have single thing, and then we have the ones that have cluster, so they differ with prices. But the cheapest you can get is a strip lash that goes for around 700, and then the clusters one goes for 1500, and then there are the ones that we charge for 5,000, around 5,000. My social media platform, you can find me on Instagram at Dennis Lashes Guru, on Facebook Dennis Lashes Guru, Twitter at Dennis Lashes Guru. That's me.
Nakwambia, kila wiki si make sure that we get to meet someone who's very spectacular. And definitely this week, we meet a singer-songwriter. Her name is Prishon. Karibu sana ndani ya studio.
Thank you.
I love your album, your new song. It's such a brilliant video. Talk to us about your music, kidogo.
I'm Prishon. I am an artist and a student. I currently have 2 songs. The first one is called Thinking, and then this recent one is called Siku na Mchana. The one you said you've watched.
Siku na Mchana is the one I've watched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Tandiwe, I thought you were asking
First
the next
of all,
question.
I'm just over here trying to flip my hand because Prishon, you are looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
You are looking beautiful.
Thank
There's
you.
even the style in your video, Usiku na Mchana. The beret, the red beret, everything is just on point.
Thank you.
On fleek.
Thank you.
Who is the inspiration for your style?
I love Vanessa Mdee. Her style is edgy, and it pretty much describes my style. Plus, I like Victoria Kimani as well. Most of my looks from my video are inspired by her, so yeah.
I'd like to know, like, who would you like to collab with, locally and internationally?
Yo, a lot of people. It's like a long list.
Start with it.
Calligraph.
Calligraph Jones, if you're hearing. After next week.
Collabo.
She'll be here next week, so we will definitely try to find
Please mention it.
Otile Brown. Is it because of the looks or the t-shirts?
No comment.
Okay, girl, no comment. We all know what that means. We all know what that means.
No comment. I like Victoria Kimani as well, like I said. Mdee, Della, I love her concert was lit. I love her music. Internationally, Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Girl.
Beyonce, come on,
Aim high.
Definitely. And I'd like to know what's the influence behind your music and your songwriting process?
Most of my songs are from experience. I think it's better to express yourself from experience musically. When you write from experience, it brings out the emotion like 100%. If you watch my video, you can tell this is real. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop a bit of sauce right now, Tishan. I saw somewhere that Usiku na Mchana is a heartbreak song, but who was doing the heartbreaking? Tell us. Was it you, Prishad?
Let me ask.
Ask again. You need to hear that again. Ask again.
Who broke your heart?
No, actually, I'm the one who broke.
Did the breaking?
Yeah.
She's the heartbreaker.
Okay.
But I'm growing, you know.
And you're only 21.
Yeah.
You have a deal already. Tell us a bit about that.
My deal came from Akini Yesu, first of all, because I would just post my videos on YouTube and covers kawaida and on Instagram. And then there was this poster going around that there was a songwriter who was looking for a demo singer. You send your audio to her WhatsApp number. I sent it, and she likes my voice. We started working together, demos, Evie, and then in the end, she ended up signing me. So the label started out of...
We're just going to give you exactly 15 seconds to advise someone out there who's watching and they want to be like you. But imba kidogo. Kwanza hata imba tu kwanza. Imba your advice. Imba.
Give us a cover. Give us Usiku na Mchana.
Okay. Penzi letu laana, tushinda tukizozana. Ni kweli mnapendana, lakini bado nakuwaza.
Jesus is Lord.
Yes,
and that's how we actually finish this show today. If you are part of the show, we'd like to say a very big thank you. I'm looking good because I was dressed by Joel Maluki. Change yanzangi Friday peke yake, change ni kila siku. Tutawachana song yao dem, but definitely.
Remember the Twitter poll. Do you support Ezekiel Mutua's decision to ban the movie Rafiki?
Sijui kama kuna ka response pale kwenye. You can actually go and check it out. #Youth Cafe. But for now, nataka tu to fade away na ingo matamu sana. Introduce your song. Introduce your song.
Hi everybody, this is my new song, Usiku na Mchana. Enjoy.
We did.
Enjoy. Thank you very much. God bless.